What's up, y'all? What y'all doing in here? What y'all looking at? Up here chilling, you know what I'm saying? I was up here thinking, just thinking and brainstorming, you know what I'm saying? I'm feeling pretty good today, you know? Thinking about what I'm gonna tell YouTube today. I ain't got nothing to tell y'all, you know? I ain't got no business. I ain't got nobody business to tell you. I ain't finna tell you none of that. So, I don't do that. I really don't tell people business and nothing like that. A lot of people do that, you know. The tongue might be the lightest thing in the world, but people can't even hold it. But what's good with y'all? You know what I mean? It's been a beautiful day today, like I said. You know what I'm saying? One thing I know about these kids, though, hey, they probably got mamas and daddies and all that, but I'm just letting you know right now, technology raising these kids. Because they always got an iPad or phone, they got something in their face, you know what I mean? And that's what they looking at. That's what they focus on, that's what they paying attention to. That's all they think about. The first thing they look at when they wake up is they grab their phone. Just like adults. First thing adults, when they wake up, they want to grab the phone. Everything is in the phone. What if technology just stopped today? What if it all just stopped? Everything just shut down. You can't use the phone, you can't watch TV. How would the world cooperate with that? How would the world work with that? Some of these folks lose their damn mind. I thank God I was born in the 80s and the 90s, because when I came on, only technology I had was Nintendo. Only thing we had was Nintendo, Sega, Genesis, VCRs and stuff like that. We even had black and white TVs and we made it work. You know what I mean? I remember that time, like when I was coming up, I had Nintendo. The first game I had was Nintendo. Super Mario Brothers. It was the hardest game ever. Everything hard unless you start playing it. It's just like life. Everything hard until you start just playing the game just over and over again. You know what I mean? That's why I say don't give up. When I was playing that Mario, just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Next thing you know, there's always somebody that's going to swing down on you, come to your house. They're going to come through, and they know how to play the game better than you. They know how to play your own damn game. They know all the codes, all the areas and stuff like that. Now, man, how you know all this shit? That was before the Game Genie came out. I know y'all remember Game Genie. I remember Game Genie, like the little the power pad when you used to run track. That was like the first thing. Hey, the Nintendo came with a kit. You had the power pad, you had the gun, you had all that. The gun for duck hunt. You know what I mean? I remember duck hunt. The little dog laughing at you. Couldn't even shoot the dog though. But yeah, it was a cool game. Contra. Up, up, down, down, left, right, B, A, select, start. Ding, ding. That was hard too. Ninja Game was my game. Ninja Game, man. I remember my grandma, she bought me a Christmas present. God rest her soul. Man, my grandma, sweet lady. But she bought me a Christmas present. My grandma and my uncle, and that was the first game. I didn't know what it was. Ninja Game. That introduced me to a classic. That's Ryu Hayabusa is a legend. Y'all play Ninja Game. If y'all don't play Ninja Game, if y'all ain't never heard of Ninja Game, I'm done with y'all. Don't even talk to me right now. Y'all ain't heard of Ninja Game. You know what I mean? Excite Bike, Mike Tyson Punch Out. You know what I mean? And then after that, but I think the first game was an Atari or something like that. Yeah, it was an Atari, but I didn't get one of them. I think I stayed with Nintendo. You know what I mean? Because I like Nintendo. You know what I mean? Nintendo was hard. You had RC Pro-Am. You had Double Dragon. Double Dragon was hard. Zelda. You had who else? I already said Contra. Man, there was so many games, man. You had wrestling. You had to use so many things. Super Tecmo Bowl. Super Tecmo Bowl was a legend, too. Hey, Pops bought me Super Tecmo Bowl. I remember first Tecmo Bowl. But the Super Tecmo Bowl, that was hard right there. Everybody wanted to get Bo Jackson. I couldn't stand Bo Jackson. Every time you try to play somebody, they want to go get Bo Jackson. My team was I think my team was the 49ers, because Jerry Rice caught everything. And then I played with the Giants. David Beckham ran through all of them. And then I played with Detroit Lions. Barry Sanders, cold-blooded. I mean, I really didn't play with the Cowboys. I ain't play with Buffalo or nothing like that. I played with the Houston Oilers. Deion Sanders, he was cold with the Falcons. You know what I mean? And Christian Okoye from Kansas City Chiefs. He just ran through the line. Super Tecmo Bowl was a tough-ass game. You know what I mean? I used to love that game. And then you always had people, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, that knew the game better than your ass did. They want to come over there and they want to show out. Double dribble, you go in the corner. I didn't know that. When double dribble first came out, I think it was a lot of people, you know what I mean? Double dribble first came out in the 80s. When it first came out, you're playing regular basketball. Then some asshole want to come over there and just start shooting threes in the corner. I'm like, how the hell is he doing that? I'm talking, they just hitting threes over and over again. Steal a ball from him hitting threes. Next thing you know, you trying to play regular basketball and score like 110 to 45. And now you pissed off. And now you gotta, how the hell you do that? You know what I mean? Now they know more than you. Y'all kids and shit. I can't tell you this shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. But yeah, it was just back in the days, just good old video games and stuff like that. When Sega Genesis came out, Sega! You remember that? Sega Genesis with Sonic the Hedgehog. I hated that game, Sonic. You know what I mean? Hey, as soon as you get hit, you knock the tokens out his ass. I really didn't care for that game. That when Super Nintendo came out, I started getting hip to Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis when Street Fighter came out, Mortal Kombat. When Street Fighter came out, they didn't know what they made. Then Street Fighter hard. My favorite character on Street Fighter was Ken and Ryu. Ken and Ryu and Akuma. Akuma was tough, but Akuma, his moves was complicated, but you couldn't whoop his ass that easy. You couldn't even whoop Akuma if you had Akuma. You couldn't even whoop. All my gamers out there, man, y'all couldn't even do that. You know what I mean? But and Killer Instinct. Remember Killer Instinct? It had Saberwolf, you had Orchid, Cinder. You remember Cinder? There's a little thing that look like the sun. You know all you had to do is just keep pressing forward, BB, forward. Hey, you can go through the game just like that. Man, it was like real simple. It was real simple back in the day, but it was fun as hell. Fun as hell just to look at, you know what I'm saying, just to do. You can't even do that now. You know what I mean? It's just like you can download all the apps. Oh, I gotta tell y'all too. I think y'all hipped up to it. But the game app for all Nintendo games, it's on it's called Retro Games or something like that. Y'all better go Google and get that. It got everything. It got Punch Out, Mike Tyson Punch Out. You remember Michael Jackson Punch Out? Everybody tried to make a game. Rambo, that sucked, man. They drop your ass off in the field with a pocket knife. A pocket knife, you just running. You don't even get to kill nobody. You gotta jump over snakes and shit. You know, it just wasn't, you know. But, and what was that, Top Gun. Top Gun, it was alright. But I really didn't care for that one neither. Double Dragon, that was my shit though. But then after Street Fighter and all that came out, that's when we had the arcades. You go to the mall and had the arcade. They still do sometimes, but you know, it ain't like it used to be. You know, they had big ass arcades. You had to get the tokens, they had the tickets and all that. It was one dude in line over there at the machine. I remember that. I was at the mall. There was one dude in the line. I was like, damn, he over there playing, but everybody else is a line over here. He whooping everybody's ass in Street Fighter. So I'm like, damn. You know, I went in there, I got in line. I'm like, you know, I'm playing Street Fighter, but I didn't really know how to play the game. Cause I'm a kid, right? You know, I'm just not figuring this shit out. And I'm like, you know, he doing moves that I ain't never seen before. You know, I like to do the punching and the kicking. And when I learned, I had my cousin, right? My cousin, he stayed around away from me. He stayed, you know what I'm saying? This place up there like close to the north end, you know where I'm from. And he stayed up that way. Man, dude was like a genius in every video game ever. He knew the moves, and I'm like, man, how the hell you do this shit? You know what I mean? I used to go up to his house and play the game. I used to ask my mom, can I go sometime? You know what I'm saying? Can I ask him? Because back then, you know, we from the country and stuff like that. I don't know if y'all do it in the city and stuff like that, but before we go over a person's house, we'll ask them, can they have company? That's what we did. Can so-and-so have company? He do his homework, you do your homework and all that. Because that's the first thing, I hope parents still asking that these days. Did you do your homework? But other than that, you know what I mean? Hey, it was fun back in the day, though. I mean, it was real fun back in the day. Like them Nintendo, all that technology. Technology right now is virtual. It's like, it's damn near real. It's damn near real. Gory, rated R, adult. Look at these fighting games. Look at the new fighting games. You know, like the old fighting games, they were just regular fighting games. You know what I mean? Like Mortal Kombat, you seen the blood and stuff at the arcade finish, and that was like the old one. Then you see like a little glop of blood. Now, man, you see they heart beating and everything. You see they tongue flapping with their head half cut off and everything. And then the women, the way they draw the women. Why they gotta draw them thick as hell, don't they? You gotta draw them with the hips and the titties, and when they're breathing, they're like, and you see their chest bouncing up and down. Like, really? That's how they drawing these women these days on these video games. Knowing kids playing these video games, and the women just bouncing like that. Everything on their body just jiggling. And like ain't nobody even looking at that. But that's the way technology is these days, and that's things that kids go. That's why these kids' mind messed up, man, because they look at that stuff and then they trying to discover themselves. And then they trying to discover themselves, and then they looking at what's going on in the world. And then you got the parents in their ear too, which you're supposed to listen to your parents anyway, because everything starts from home, man. I mean, the parents, you know what I'm saying, and all this stuff, you know, you're supposed to listen to your parents. But don't get me wrong, kids mess up because kids want to know. Kids mess up because they experience, they don't know, and they want to find out shit. They figuring stuff out at a young age. And that's the parents' job to tell them which way to go, right from wrong, left or right. You know what I'm saying? Do this, don't do that. You know what I mean? It's gonna get expensive, because the older they get, the hungrier they get, and the more they gonna eat. So, like I was saying though, you know what I mean? It's just that technology raising these kids now. You can just look at it, you know what I mean? The way they're drawing everything these days. Then they got, you know, everything is on the internet. Everything is available on Google. Google can be your best friend, it can be your worst enemy at the same damn time. Because kids you be looking at kids like, how the hell they know all that? And they be knowing more than you. Like you have, like in school. It's 2022, about to be 2023. Have you looked at the math in school? The math problems from now, from the 80s? But back then it was 1 plus 1 and all that, but now? Whew. I get a headache just think about it. You know what I'm saying? I just get a headache. That's why I say times have changed. But don't get me wrong, times today, they still great. You know what I mean? It's still fun. And you got to appreciate these times today because we still here. We done made it. Just think about it. It's 2022, especially you my age, around by like, you can be in your 30s, you can be in 20s, because now these days life is short. Life is so short, and this world is so dangerous, you don't know when you're going to go. So you got to stay close to God, just thank Him for every day. You got to thank Him for your feet hit the floor, because it's real dangerous out here. And then you got all these viruses. And then you got racism and everything still exists. It just comes in different forms, and sometimes it can be harder than it used to be, and it can be, it's just, it varies, you know what I'm saying? But everything is still the same, but it just evolved and it just changed. You know what I mean? It's just that it was just better back in the day. Back in the day, you could get a bag of Doritos for like $1, but now you get one of them little bit ass bags, it's damn near 75 cents. You ain't got about 4 or 5 in them motherfucker. You get some Cheetos, you got about 2 Cheetos up in there in a bag full of air. You know what I'm saying? And now everything is like really everything they got for you on display is real bad for you. Don't you know it's more expensive to eat healthy, but it's more cheaper to eat dirty. You can go get a 4 for $4, but you go get a watermelon for $5. You know what I mean? But you got to pay your way in hell. I mean, invest in yourself. If you're gonna invest in anything, invest in yourself so you can live to reap the, you know what I'm saying, to reap the benefits of God's blessings. Invest in yourself. Because if you don't invest in yourself, you can't be rich and sick. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you're in the hospital bed, but you're successful. What's the good of being successful in the hospital bed? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Take care of yourself so you can enjoy life. You know what I mean? You can enjoy life. You can be a blessing to others and stuff like that. But yeah, technology is getting worse and worse, but it's getting better and better. And I think it's getting worse and worse because it's making shit more easier. You know what I mean? And if stuff is more easier, you really ain't got to work for nothing. This society gonna be lazy as shit. It's just like in the gym and stuff like that. You go to the gym, you got machines and stuff like that. Ain't nothing wrong with machines. I ain't knocking machines and stuff like that. But 9 times out of 10, people didn't have machines back in the day. They, like before the weights and stuff like that. You probably can, get on the bench press and stuff. But now you got machines. You know what I mean? People don't want to go outside and walk on the pavement. They get on a treadmill and just cut it on. Well, just go outside. You know what I mean? Go outside, get some sunlight. People like to stay in the house all the time. That's why your skin all bright. Look like a damn vampire. Up there looking like Edward and Bella. You know what I mean? What's the name of that show? Twilight. That's where everybody walking around looking like Edward and Bella. Because you stay in the dark all the time. You don't even go out and get no sunlight. You don't go out and get shit. You just sitting in the house. You know what I mean? But then when you go outside, you get, hey, that sunlight good for your skin. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all it's good for your skin. But yeah, I'm going to get back to the subject though. Technology is really changing everything. You know what I mean? Because everything is getting easier and easier. People are getting lazier and lazier. You know what I'm saying? And they're making it easy. You know what I mean? It's just like music. You know what I'm saying? Music ain't like the way it was, and selling stuff the way it is, like marketing and business and stuff like that. Right now, you can go online and promote your stuff. And, you know what I'm saying? But back in the day, they had to go door to door, knock, get it. You know what I'm saying? Struggle to get it, walk. You know what I mean? But now everything that got more advanced because they're making it easier for people. But when you make it easier for people, people look at life like it's so convenient and they think the world owns something. And then it's gonna be so easy in the future when the kids gonna be raised by so much technology and electronics. Everything gonna be run by machines, and that's what it's coming to, y'all. And that's because you coming out with, well, not the iPhone. You got the iPhone 12, the iPhone 20. All of them look just alike. All of them look like the iPhone 1. All of them look like the Alpha i1. The first iPhone Jones, the first iPhone, all the iPhone Jones generation of iPhone, they look exactly alike. I'm like, so what's the difference in the iPhone? I didn't see my partner got an iPhone. I'm like, what you doing? You got a new iPhone? Yeah, you got the new phone, man. I'm like, so what's the difference in that phone than the other phone? It got more special features. Like what? The camera more clear, more digital, but it's the same phone. Only thing damn, it's really a phone ain't nothing but a damn computer. So what's the point of buying a laptop if you can just use a phone? You know what I mean? Technology is getting stronger and stronger. Everything getting more intense, and people are just getting lazy. But you know what I'm saying? If people use technology right, You know what I mean? Instead of just using it as a crutch. Some people use technology as a crutch. You know what I mean? But some people can use it as their advance too. I mean, as their advantage too. And some people use it the wrong way. Some people go by doing it the wrong way. Sex tapes and stuff like that. Or, you know, I'm up in the trap recording my boys, you know what I'm saying? Shoot 'em up Jones and, you know what I'm saying, Musty Mike. And they're like, yeah, nigga in the background. That's using technology the wrong way. Now, I understand if you, hey, people giving the word online, ain't no wrong with that. People showing you how to do business and stuff online, ain't no wrong with that. If you looking at family, you know, y'all far away, ain't no wrong with that. Technology is great for that, but some people, they just take technology and run with it. And when they run with it, people start using it in a negative way. People start using it in a bad way. That's just like if you go to a bar. You go to a bar, have a drink, you know what I mean? Or you with your parties, go to a frat house or something, you're having fun at college or something, you have a few drinks and go to a party, hit a couple of joints or something, and you just having a party, you having a good time. You don't do this every day, you just did it on occasion. Okay, you feel great. It's good. It was a good feeling, you had a good time. I got a little tipsy, I had a good time, I had a good buzz. Okay, back to work. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But then you got alcoholics out here doing it every day. You're turning something that, you know what I'm saying, you can just have a good time with or something, you know what I'm saying, and just push to the side or whatever. But then some people like, man, shit, I want to feel that same way again tomorrow. You know what I mean? And then they use it in a negative way. You know, some people turn into drunks and then get abusive and everything. And the whole time people made a drink just for you to just probably just get off work or something, just relax and ease your mind, or just take the pain away just to relax you. You know what I'm saying? Somebody came up with it, you know what I mean? Like, hey, drink this, you know what I'm saying? You'll be all right. But then people will take stuff out of proportion and just run with it. But yeah, so we got to watch everything with technology. Technology is a blessing, but it's a curse at the same time. So you got to be careful out there. You know, technology raising these kids, technology doing a lot of things these days. You got digital burgers at McDonald's in the winter. You know, the burger look like it just came out the skillet, but it's on the damn screen. I'm like, damn, but when you get it, it looked like it was cooked yesterday. But love, peace, and hair grease. I just want to holler at y'all for a minute. It's a beautiful day. I want to let y'all know, you know what I'm saying, ain't no wrong with technology, but just be careful with how you run it, all right? Be cool, love, peace, and hair grease, and I'm gone.